Hello, welcome to Prison Architect. I'm here playing the Prisoner of War mod. This is a very interesting mod, I must say. This is part of my, well, actually my very first mod review slash spotlight. How this is going to work, I jump into mod, check it out, see how it is, review it, and go on our merry way. How it will work is all the mods are based on reliability, the current bugs and restrictions, ease of use, and replay value. All of these will equal to 25 points each, totaling to 100 points. The higher the number, the better it is. And I built this little tiny prison just to really get a feel for the mod pack and see how it feels and how it all runs together. So I've gone for like a very large dormitory kind of section rather than like a one big kind of cell block. Now they aren't split up into individual ones. They're just kind of like, here's all the British, here's all the American, here's all the Soviet prisoners. Now, for those people that haven't played this before, it's really just a skins pack and reimagination to Prison Architect. It isn't much a big game changer. It's more just getting out of the more variety, so to say. So with the prisoners, I'll jump into the POWs. They're no longer called prisoners, they're called POWs, prisoners of war. You have your high risk, which are Soviet, your medium, which are American, and your low risk, which are British. I don't see why they're in that order. I just see them that's what they are. They have the same traits as high risk, medium, and low. So they are much the same. You do get the occasional legendary prisoners due to Alpha 25, but that's this mob was made before that. I don't think it's been updated since then, so there are a few limitations regarding that. Most of the buildings and whatnot have been redesigned to match this style of era in the 1940s, I think it was. This is based around, so obviously a few parts are not completely updated yet. Most part of it is the pit toilets for the bathrooms and whatnot, and a few odd things here and there. The biggest problem I face in this prison, which I'm really not a big fan of, but given the timeline it makes sense for it not to have it there, is the needs system. The family is just completely screwed. Now granted, they're prisoners of war, not standard prisoners, so it's expected they're going to be missing their family and whatnot. It got to a point where I had to put visitation in, otherwise they just kept causing riots and problems, and it was just so painful to keep this under control. If this was a prisoners of war camp, this visitation area would not be here. But to keep it somewhat smooth, then that visitation room was required. I couldn't do anything else about that. Oh, fucking tunnels, fuck off. You've always been bugging me with those damn tunnels. Like as I said, the most part it is just a skins repack of the original Prison Architect, which as I said is good. It's nice to change things up a bit and see how it all goes, and yeah, more just test it out. I can see this being more of a what you can design in a prison more so than what you can best accommodate. You still have under your materials the basic concepts, dirt, grass, etc. Then they've replaced, I think it was sand with mud, which kind of gives it this very eerie feel that rather than having just crappy dirt around for your pathways, you can really give it a very evil, very sadistic feel to the prison that they're coming here and they're going to die. Obviously the execution room isn't working, but that's a Prison Architect problem, not the mod problem. But certain things really do mix quite nicely. All the tables have been reskinned to wooden tables rather than metal. You got the nice mud. The cookers and fridges are still the same, which brings my first bug. All the ingredients are building materials. Like, look at that. That's what? I don't even what? He's picked up potatoes from a reel of cable. Like it's not a game-breaking bug, it's just, it ruins the immersion so far. Now I have no other mods enabled in this pack, it's just the Prisoner of War edition, which also comes in Winter edition, which I will be showing you a bit later. But the only one I have active is just the Standard edition. And there are these few, as I said, not game-breaking, but more immersion-ruining bugs. That's really all I can really think of for bugs in this section. I wouldn't really call the family issue a bug, more a limitation. I'd expect it being high, seeing they are prisoners of war. It's just really, really annoying to keep that in check. I mean, my security has been like that for a very, very long time. It kind of sits at high 90% of the time. It's only when they go to sleep it may dip in a little bit. In the spirit of a prisoner of war camp, I've also given my prisoners solitary for 7 hours regardless. So I might just enable all those searchings as well. And again, given it's a prisoner of war camp, I thought, screw them, they can be outside in the dirt, just between the fence, but the jail doors are locked open. Again, limitation by prison architect, not by the mod itself. All the staff have been renamed. Workers, well, they're still the same. Officers, soldats, doctors still the same. Guard janitor the same. Dog handler. Commandant being the warden. Obsolieutenant? Obsolieutenant? I'm probably saying that wrong, but anyway, that's the, what's the guy's name? The security chief, the fucking... words. The guy who runs security, the security chief. Director, he's the foreman, psychologist, hasn't changed, in the accountant. It's just Einstein. There he is. Cool. I do like the artwork in this mod. It does look quite nice. It's a very nice change from the standard workman. I really like the attention to detail on the commandant or the warden, as well as the security chief. It just looks... You turn around. Just the amount of detail they put into his little outfit and his awards and his SS logo and stuff like that. It's really, really quite... It's good. It's that attention to detail is really what I like to look for in these mods. Overall, the entire mod is really fun and looks really nice. There are a few issues that I'm not really liking too much. Is the shower is now the bathroom, which requires both a pit toilet and a shower. There is no just normal shower room, which what I wanted to do with these rooms here, which you can kind of see, is just build a shower block in the middle for every bunk along the side, and then just have toilets in their bunks. That's what I wanted to do originally, but given the bathroom had to have both the toilet and the shower, I was limited by that. But that isn't really a game breaker, it's more just... I wanted to design this differently, but the mod said no, you had to have the toilets there instead. One thing I'm finding very, very annoying is jobs, and the lack thereof. You can't... Like, there's my laundry, there's my kitchen, I can't assign jobs to the prisoner of wars. There's nothing I can do with it. That's really, really annoying. Now, this is in creative mode, so I'm not really caring about money or what, but if this is being played in standard mode, it will cost you a lot extra money, a lot more money, to have more janitors to run your laundry as well as cleaning and whatnot. It's that kind of problem I don't really enjoy, because when was my last incident in this prison? Let's see, finance, last incident, just under a day ago. Now, after a few 10 days or so, that's a decent number to start making money off that. But you can save money by firing your janitors and getting your prisoners working your laundries and whatnot. Which is just annoying to me that I can't give them jobs in either section. Again, more immersion breaking is they're trying to wash bricks more so than the uniforms. Which I'm pretty sure if you put a brick in a laundry machine, it will destroy it. Like, completely destroy it. Like, it's immersion breaking, not game breaking. It's just, that's annoying. It really is. Ugh. Right. I've unlocked everything in bureaucracy as well, which is bureaucracy. Nothing much has really changed in here. It's all very much the same as the original, apart from the, obviously, background and whatnot. But, they've changed the taser rollout to Luger pistols, and the Luger pistol rollout for all the guards. Everything else is really just the same. Prison labor is enabled, but they can't do anything. So it's these kind of things that bug me. As I've unlocked it, it cost $1,000. If this was normal mode, I'd be pretty pissed that I've unlocked this, but I can't actually do anything. But that's essentially Prisoner of War mod. As I said, it's just a reskin of Prison Architect, which isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing that they've done this. It's a nice change for once, rather than like I don't feel as bad when prisoners die in this kind of prison because they're really prisoners of wars. Again, that's probably a very bad thing to say, but it's the immersion of the mod, rather than just running a high-end facility with, you know, super amazing remote doors and airlocks and, you know, all kinds of crazy systems where you have remote doors being controlled by one section. You don't have that in this one. Like, granted, the settings for it are still there. You can still make the door controls and door servos and whatnot, but that's more immersion breaking for what you're doing in this mod. So this mod pack is good fun. It's well worth a look. It's well worth checking out. It's something I would really recommend trying at least once. I can't say I'll be playing this very often, more for the fact that there are a few things that just ruin the immersion, such as the concrete and stuff like that just bug me too much to actually enjoy this mod for what it's worth. Now, don't take that the wrong way. It's still a good game and still worth to check out. If you can get past the bricks for food and won't ruin the immersion for you, definitely have a look at it. But if you're like me and you're looking at it going, why are they eating bricks and why are they washing bricks and why are they eating cable, it just ruins the immersion. But that being said, it's still really good fun. It's incredible. The power station, the water station is just changed from blue to orange. That's no different there. But the power station has changed from a, let's just speed up a little bit, from a normal just power station capacitors to a diesel generator and diesel barrels. That's a nice little touch. They've changed it from just the standard, you know, normal power thing of the future to just an old-fashioned diesel generator, which is just incredible. It's the attention of detail that this is what I like about the mod. Alrighty, so with everything being said as it is so far, I'm going over the top points for this mod pack. Number 1, reliability, 25 out of 25. No crashes at all while playing this. It has been completely fine. It has been a very stable mod. It hasn't had any problems at all. There is obviously the immersion breaking problem of the materials and ingredients, but it's not game breaking, so it's not a reliability concern. Number 2, the current bugs, obviously the immersion breaking, but that is not stopping the game at all, like I just said, so 18 out of 25 for that one. Number 3, ease of use. I've given this one a 15 out of 25, and just for the fact that the UI blends in too well with selections, so it's a white background on a white border, which it looks okay, but when you start zooming in to help out trying to find things, it doesn't stand out too much to really help you. Now, obviously, someone who's played Prison Architect a lot wouldn't have a problem with that, but for new players trying the mod out and not knowing what things need to go where, the mod pack isn't easily spottable. Okay, yep, this needs that. Yep, this needs that. Now that's probably a limitation on me for not reading the actual words and going more off the pictures, but I've given it 15 out of 25 just for the fact that it doesn't highlight it as well as it should do. Like Prison Architect does a blue blueprint with the white background and it stands out great, but the creamy whitey background on the white highlight, it just doesn't really work that well. And number 4 for the replay value or reuse value for the mod, it's mainly a reskin from Prison Architect, so I personally don't see myself replaying this very soon. It's definitely a good mod to jump in every now and again and just check out and see what you can build, some crazy contraption. But I can see the enjoyment in the mod, and I can see people playing it more so than Prison Architect because it changes the game. Well, it actually changed the game. It adds more variety to the game. Rather than looking after just the Supermax prison, you're looking after prisons of war. So I can see the people that can look past the immersion breaking... Fuck, this shit is really annoying me. See past the immersion breaking point of the food and materials and whatnot and play this game for what it's worth. Again, I personally don't see myself replaying this, but I can definitely see some people really enjoying this mod and constantly playing it more so than Prison Architect. So it comes to a grand total of 73 out of 100. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you all next time.